yes, before we get there. I'm going 6'4".
6. I'll go 6'6".
6'6". So you're going legal and I'm going legal.
Yeah,
Illegal and legal.
We're paying all this money.
Alright. So we are 3.4 tonne on the knocker. So that is illegal at the moment. I guess
3.3 I think.
3.4. So currently that is illegal by...
Well, and then I have to add you and the kids. So that's illegal by 500 kilos.
Which this time last year we were 600 kilos over, that's where our problem area is. So combination we were plus or minus 100 kilos last year, but our GVM with the Caravan influence was 600 kilos over last year. Now we're 540. Oh yeah. But our GVM upgrade will fix that.
We'll go up to
3.6, so we'll be clear by 100 kilos.
60 kilos.
60 kilos, which is fine because that's at our heaviest point. So no.
So if they're going to pull you up and make you fix it, you take the fridge out.
No, what? We'll do some maths. I don't know if you can see that. It's 6.5. 6.5. We're right on legal, as is.
Yeah.
Without the kids.
And you. You're not including.
I'm a kid, yeah. 6.5. 6.5 tonne. Right on a knocker. So the last few weeks we've been, we've been based down here at our parents', where we have access to a weighbridge, mind you. Been playing around with weights and configurations and stuff, as we always do when we're down here. But we've been trying to cull hard and get our weights down. We are just about to get a GVM upgrade, which will also upgrade our GCM. So we will be laughing. We're right on the limit right now. So we're full of water, full of everything. Boat, fuel, everything. Hey? What? What do I weigh? 45 kilos. I weigh one adult. Let's say 80.
Alright.
Kids. We're minus the kids, mind you. They're not there.
Kids are 60 together.
Alright, 2 kids at 60.
Okay. So
Which puts us over.
6640. Did I say 66?
7.6.
No, I didn't.
6.6.
So I get the credit for being closest.
6.6. No, as we stand. You just want to do...
So pull forward and just...
Well, yeah. We'll drive forward and get the Caravan minus the influence. Did that make sense?
Gross trailer mass.
So this will be gross trailer mass?
Yes.
So loaded van.
Only the van weighed.
Yeah. Loaded van while coupled, but only weighing the van. So convenient having a weighbridge. What do you reckon?
So
Do the
what were
maths.
we?
Do the maths.
What's the car? Like
before we run out of
3.1.
fuel.
Take 6, so 3.5. 3, is that 3? Like that'd be 3.5 in the van. Yeah.
So we want to know,
Yeah, okay.
predict what the van weighs whilst coupled to the car.
3.5.
It's not going to be 3.5. It better not be 3.5. We're in big trouble. What are you guessing it's going to be?
3.5.
All right, 3.5. So she's guessing illegal. Well, she's way out because we're 360 kilos. Not sure if you can see that. How can I get that? There we go. 3 ton and 60 kilos. So that is legal by. What are we allowed to be? 3 ton and 60 kilos. What are we allowed to be?
My maths is out.
3.145.
3.145.
So we've got how many kilos to spare? 100. 80 kilos. Yeah, well, that's good. We're always going to be under because we're full of. We're not full of fuel, full of food, but we've got food on board.
We do.
All right.
Okay. So you can either.
The next easiest one. So if I back and weigh the car with the Caravan's influence, will give us. We'll calculate the ball weight. Yep. And then we'll disconnect and do a true ball weight.
I'll just do the. You also have to do the Caravan on the top for the ATM.
All right.
Okay.
We shall back. Be much easier if you held this too.
Can't see what I'm looking at, but.
You tap the screen.
Oh, yeah.
What am I doing? Just the car.
Just the car and fun again.
Edit that out. Just the car with the Caravan's influence.
Hitched, only the car weight.
But hitched. Yeah.
But hitched. Gross vehicle mass, this is.
Right. Let me check. Terrible backing. So we are doing total of the car with the Caravan's influence. So the van is off the scales. Only the car. Come on, you should better do the maths. What did our car? We don't know what our car weighs yet exactly.
Okay, so this should be under 3.
It's going to be over. We got the Caravan's influence.
So that's like another 200-ish. So you think 3.3?
So we're not allowed to have any more than 300 influence? Because then our tow hitch is not rated for anything over 300 kilos. And 300 kilos is bloody heavy. So vehicle, which is roughly 3,100 at a guess, plus say 250.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain what we're doing now?
We are unhitching so that we can get that aggregate trailer mass, which is the fully loaded van unhitched, just the weight of the van on its own.
Clear?
Yep.
Got a guess?
What did I say? I can't remember what I said.
Well, we've got to be under 3.3.
I don't know what I said. 3 something.
Right.
My brain's going. What is it?
Alright, something we've got to rectify.
What?
We are 334.
334.
So we're 40 kilos over. Full of water, full of fuel in the van, generator.
So what if you...
The other factor is we have upgraded the tyres and they are substantially heavier. Quite a bit heavier, to be honest. But I'm not parting ways, so it tows better, it's better. I've got a generator full of fuel. The boat fuel can is full. What else? There is stuff I could possibly cull in the tunnel boot still.
Like what?
Servicing stuff. Not a great deal. I've culled pretty hard. What are we? 40 kilos. You can get the van upgraded too.
Yeah.
But we won't. Because we're so close to what we want to be anyway. It's not worth doing for 40 kilos.
No. Wonder how much did you...
Or even 100 kilos. Let's say we're 100 kilos. Still not worth doing. Because we're 100 kilos at our heaviest point.
So where do we get to play with the weight?
You can't. The weight's the weight. You can't. We can't. You have to cull.
Yeah. No, I'm interested in maybe if we re-pitch and we...
Put weight into the car.
Well...
So we can put weight in the car. So camera bag can go in the car, which we talked about.
Yeah.
That's probably
I was just...
20-25 kilos.
Well, where do we get to play with the... Do we need to play with the turbo weight? Or we're not worrying about that? I'm just thinking putting the solar panels on the floor at the back and the camera bag either in the car or...
I'm really not concerned about the tow ball weight.
Okay, so that
Because that's... Worst case scenario, that's going to be the least one they're going to pick on. And it's the one that you can influence. Like you can influence on... We could literally remove everything in the tunnel boot, put it in the hallway of the caravan, and we're legal.
Yeah.
That's how stupid that one is. Like we're still carrying the mass. It's ridiculous, that rule.
So I'm just aware that like if we're 40 kilograms over now, if we stocked up and we had canned food and...
But if we stocked up,
10 cartons of milk.
When we stock up, we're borderline illegal anyway.
And so far remote that...
And so far off the grid that we are like... But when we go remote, we're not on gazetted roads. We're on private property on a big ass station.
Yeah.
We can be as heavy as we want.
Yeah.
It's not a factor.
So it just means being very aware of... Well, we're not super close. Well, we are.
It just means when we purchase food that we live out of the fridge until we're about to go off grid, and that's where we hoard food. And it just means we might stockpile canned food in the car because we're going to have a 200 to 300 kilogram buffer zone.
Are we?
No. Depends on the combination. It depends on factors. Yeah.
Bit more. Stop.
think we'll be right. I think we'll get there. Just got to cull a little bit. What is the vehicle? We haven't done that yet, but let's base the vehicle off 3100. Our Caravan Influence is how many kilos? It's 300 kilos.
Yeah.
Which to me sounds excessive. Given that the calculated tear ball weight is 107, which I also find hard to believe.
So we could play with some of that loading.
Yeah, we have a lot of weight in our tunnel boot.
Yeah.
So if we move that weight to the back, that lightens our tow ball.
So once you get the weights right, close to right, there's a bit of play with where things are packed.
We'll be right anyway.
True. It just only 60 kilograms to play with, but we've got growing children.
The more weight we add to the back of the van, the lighter the front gets.
To the back of the van. So I'll pack a few extra points.
So certain things can go deeper, like the extra power leads, surprising how much they weigh, can go
Somewhere
under
else.
the bunks in the centre of the van.
I don't know.
Like our big extension leads we use for station
Yeah.
situations.
Yeah. You have to work out where. Behind. Yeah. Behind the kids' bunks. It's probably the spot for that.
There's heaps of rooms under the bunks, so stuff. So you want the van on its own? Load it down, unhitched. Right. That one was always going to be the worry.
The car.
The Caravan Influence and the
Yeah.
GVM on the car, which is, I think, is the one that
But I think that's just about,
that's the one that gets everyone unstuck.
yeah. But you know, like when people get weighed and they go, we got lots of great advice about weight distribution, not just the actual, here are your weights. This is how you can load your van to not maximise, to kind of maximise the weight distribution. You know what I mean?
Weight influence.
Yeah, so you can basically how you load how you load your van and how you can change or influence the weight yourself. So that's something that we haven't looked into as much yet. We've worried about what the actual weights are, but now we can actually look.
Yeah, but you're limited to where your storage is.
Yeah.
And the storage in vans is at the front.
Yeah. But we can perhaps
They should make a tunnel boot
in
at
the middle.
at the back.
Yeah.
It should be at the back.
Yeah. And so perhaps we can explore the weight distribution now to try and lighten that tow ball weight. But it should be about 10%. So if it's 300, that's right, isn't it?
That's what I was about to touch on. Is it tows perfectly with the weight.
Yeah.
You might as well film me unhooking.
Sure.
So now we're just playing around with. What are we playing around with? Total mass. Total mass we're legal. The Caravan on its standalone Caravan we were how much?
60 kilos.
60 kilos over, which is
So we're taking weights out of the Caravan.
yeah. So combination we are legal. If we decouple and Caravan on its own, we were how much over? Only 60 kilos over on the Caravan. So literally I pulled out my camera bag, our what do you call our portable, like a water jerry can, that's half full. So there's 10 kilos, camera bag's about 20 kilos. Also pulled out some solar panels, which we wouldn't remove, but we can move them from point A to point B. So we can just shift that weight. And just a bag of power leads, excessive amount of power leads. So I can cull that. And then we're now, how much under?
So you just shared.
I know how much we're under, I can go have a look on the scales.
You just shared
So we've shed 60 kilos
we are.
just by moving some stuff around basically. And now we are 646, so we're 40 kilos under.
Under the GCM. That's under combination. Yes.
Yeah.
So we're 40 kilos under that, and then in terms of the van.
Hang on. We're forgetting something.
What?
We are 40 kilos under our current GCM.
Yeah, that's all fine.
We're going to blow that out by
What we-
600 kilos soon.
What we were trying to do, we were fiddling with the aggregate trailer mass, which is really the loaded van, but it should be unhitched. It's not meant to exceed 3.3, and at the moment we're 3.360, 60 k's over on that unhitched. So, but we're hitched, shedding 60 kilos.
Yeah, but we're shedding it from the van, so it will translate to what if we decouple.
Yeah.
That weight will translate to the van because it's coming from the van anyway.
However, gross trailer mass, which is loaded van hitched with only the van weight, must not exceed 3,145, and we were under that by 85 kilograms. We were already under that. How does it work?
That's because a lot of our weight is shared by the tow ball. So our car is helping us out. So that means we can move weight. If we move more weight forward
To the car.
I'm not sure what they call it, but our mass of the van whilst loaded gets better.
Whilst loaded and hitched or unhitched?
Hitched will get better.
That's GTM. Gross
Yeah.
trailer
The further we move our, but
mass. So that is already fine.
we're already legal with that.
We're
So
already 85 kilo under on that.
it basically our static trailer mass loaded is borderline. I say border, it's over now, but it's borderline because we can fix it. And the other one is our tow ball mass, which is hard to conform to because it for us
It's about 300.
it's about 300, but rated off your tow hitch and stuff, it's not allowed to exceed 300 by the gear that's bolted on the car. It's not allowed to be over 300. But then if you go by the percentage of what it should be, is what, 10%? 10% on your ball weight of your trailer mass is 300 kilos on a 3-ton van.
Yeah.
So hence why it tows nice. But basically it's just our trailer aggregate mass.
Yeah, ATM.
So static trailer not coupled to the car is over
By 60.
only by 60. So, and it's 60 that we can move. We can transfer it to the car.
Because even when we have the upgrade, we'll have kilos in the car to play with then.
That's what I'm saying. Like the stuff that we have put aside can go in the car, and then it's legal.
The whole thing.
The whole thing is legal. It just depends on which weight you want to target. And
Yeah.
there's 4.
Yeah.
Your car,
Your van.
your van coupled to the car,
And your van.
and your van coupled to the car, but only recording that mass without the car. And then you have there's 5. Then you have your tow ball mass, which is independent again. It's very hard to tick all those boxes. Like you said,
It has to be free of one by
Like you-
85 kilos.
like you said, when the van is allowed to be 31, what?
3145.
3145 while coupled to the car, and we fall under with all our gear in it. But then if I take the car off, we're allowed to be 3.3 and we're over.
Yeah.
So
What is that?
it doesn't make any sense. It's just, there has to be a lap somewhere so they can sting you basically.